A dark and stormy sky loomed over Friday the 13th. Well, if that sounds like the start of a spooky story, it's real, and it's today. And we have the perfect activity for all of you horror fanatics. Take a look. Come to Salem's haunted house if you dare. We are here with Tim and Aaron today in a very spooky location. It's looking pretty spooky here. But Tim, this is your house, your property that you are transforming into this super scary Halloween space. Can you tell me a little bit about how that all got started in the first place?
It started about 6 years ago. Had an 8x8 canopy. Just set it up in the front yard, let kids come in. And it just started with the fog machine and a strobe light. And 6 years later, we're over 4,000 square foot in a backyard haunt.
It's really incredible. I mean, we'll see as we go through this whole space what it looks like. But Aaron, you came in a little bit later. So how did you get involved? What has that been like?
I just saw a Facebook post from Tim and I was like, hey, I've got a really good Freddy costume. You need some help? And that's where I came in, building props and getting people to come in ever since.
You're the manager. We were saying Aaron is the manager, making sure everything happens.
Graphic designer, builder, yeah, everything.
Jack of all trades.
Whatever I'm needed.
Anything that we need, you got it. Well, Tim, how many people have gone through this space? Because you've said that it's really grown and expanded throughout time, but what do those numbers look like, especially this past year?
Well, first year we probably had maybe 80 people, just kids in town. By last year we were just a little over 3,000.
Wow.
So it's moving up every year. I mean, publicity, we put out as much as we can. This year we actually acquired a food truck vendor to come out, and he'll be here for the first night and Halloween as well. So it's moving along pretty well.
Friday the 13th, that's the opening, and we're saying that that is just absolutely perfect. It really is. Tim, what has it felt like to be able to have your space, or maybe have to have your space kind of taken over by ghouls and ghosts and monsters of all kinds every year?
Oh, I don't mind it whatsoever. I'm a big horror freak, so every year, starting around June, we start building this, and hopefully by October we're done. I mean, we literally just finished up last night, so I mean, it takes quite a while. But I don't mind it being out here. The family don't mind it. The neighbors don't mind it. They all come, so we have a blast.
It's a big neighborhood attraction. And how much work, Aaron, goes into the making of this whole space?
Oh man, hours and hours. I mean, there are times where we are out here and it's pouring down rain. He looks at me and I look at him. He's like, you want to keep going? I'm like, yeah, let's keep going. We're already wet. We might as well just keep going. There's still a few little touches I want to add, but yeah, it's pretty much ready to go.
So as far as people wanting to get here, because I'm sure everybody is going to want to come out, I mean, maybe if they're not a scaredy cat like I am, if they're ready for a little bit of a thrill, some excitement, some horror, how can people come out here? Do they have to let you know in advance? Should they go online, or can they just show up?
It's they can just show up. The earlier you get here, the better. But it's 3010 Salem Drive in South Bend, right off of Manchester. It's from 7 to 11 p.m. We don't charge. It's completely donation. It's accepted, but we don't charge anybody to come through.
Tim, there's a little bit of a competition happening here. It's not just scaring yourself, it's also challenging yourself. Let me know what's happening with that too.
This year is last year. We have a set of keys we're hiding throughout the haunt, and if they end up finding them, they come out, we give them a $20 bill and take their picture for the Salem page. And also we actually had a guy donate 4 tickets to Fear Itself, and each weekend we'll be giving away 2 tickets. The way we'll be doing that is people will fill out a sheet to guess how many candy corn is in a jar, and then on Sunday we'll go live on Facebook and announce the winner.
It's a scary service to the community. That is what I'm calling it now, right here at the Salem's Haunted House. And we'll get you all of that information so you can be scared. Mwahaha!